The whole Ken Griffin Light saga is taking a whole new level, and I think this is something that may play in the favor of the short squeeze. Maybe not in the near future, but definitely it is bad for the reputation, the image, and definitely the business of Citdel. Because not only, as I shared with you earlier, this was already mentioned on CNBC. And not on this video, I'm going to share with you that Charles Payne also picked this up. Of course, when he was interviewing trade on Fox Business Today on his, show. And I'm going to share with you not all the entire footage. You can feel free to just go ahead and watch it on yourselves. But it tells us that, well, as far as we are concerned about this whole play, this whole thing with Citdel and, lying on the oath and doing everything, I mean, the word is already out there. So what does that mean? It means the SEC might pick this up. It means Congress, senators, lawmakers, Washington, DC, I don't know, whoever can pick this up, and maybe it will shed more light into what we've been trying to shout out and loud for the last 9 months about what is actually happening here with AMC. So let me just go ahead and play a little bit piece of this interview on Fox Business between Charles Payne and Trades.
So individually, there's just a lot of small investors trying to invest in the market in a different way. I mean, a lot of them saw their parents follow that paint-by-numbers approach that was espoused by the so-called smart money over the last 20 years, and they saw their parents, a lot of them get busted during these market crashes or hold portfolios long-term that never lived up to the hype. Now, collectively, they call themselves the apes, and they've withstood an avalanche of ridicule, in fact, has only strengthened their resolve. One of those investors, Trey Collins of Trade Trades on YouTube, joins me now. Trey, let's start with the last 48 hours. Hashtag Ken Griffin lied has been tweeted at least 150,000 times. The company Citdel finally responding. They had a series of their own tweets. They stated that they didn't ask Robinhood to limit trading activity on GameStop or other names. They also said Ken Griffin did not meet with Vlad Tenev. Why are these issues so important for the apes?
Well, Charles, as always, it's a pleasure to be back on. It's important because these are the things that the apes have been talking about since back in January, late January, when all of the shenanigans took place, when they took away the buy button, and you had all these issues come out with Citdel, Melvin Capital, and Robinhood. You had big players, like, for instance, you've got Rich Greenfield, you've got Jim Cramer, which, by the way, got a $5,000 donation, your charity of choice, if you come and argue your short position against the apes on my channel, who've been telling us we're wrong, and we haven't been. There's, as far as I can see, the plain proof, the leaked documents from these Robinhood documents prove the whole time the apes were right, and that is important. It means we're getting somewhere.
But you don't expect Citdel to come out and say anything more. I mean, so they're saying that Ken and Vlad never spoke. On January 27th, Citdel executed an extraordinary 7.4 billion shares on behalf of retail investors. They're saying that they're the only major market maker during this time, providing continuous liquidity. It feels like they're trying to warm up to the apes. You buying it?
They say that as if it's a good thing, that they're the major source of liquidity. I see it as a problem. And furthermore, I view this as plausible deniability. They had very exact details in every single part of that whole tweet. And I've talked to a couple of the apes who happen to be lawyers, and they're all rolling their eyes reading that right now. That is plausible deniability to its best. I don't buy any of that. In fact, if that sort of thing happens, you go through 9 months of radio silence, that's just confirming my thesis, man. You're not making yourselves look good.